The ammunition used in this video is inert. They lack powder, primer, and have a hole bored in them for visibility. Alright, today I'm making this video to answer a frequently asked question that pertains to semi-automatic pistols. This is the question: why does my slide auto-forward? Now, this terminology is referring to the phenomenon where a fully loaded magazine is forcefully inserted into the grip frame of a pistol during the slide lock reload. Oftentimes, the slide will automatically go forward into battery and chamber a cartridge. This automatic slide releasing can actually be found in most pistols. So the reason the slide of a semi-auto pistol will automatically release and go into battery is really the result of pistol design itself and physics. Now, to really explain why this phenomenon even occurs, I'm gonna have to start with the basics. The slide stop in most semi-automatic pistols is a small lever that catches in a cutout in the slide. The slide stop will either be spring-loaded, or it will use slanted surfaces in the slide stop itself and the cutout for the slide stop in the slide. The follower of an empty magazine can actuate the slide stop, overcoming the slide stop spring and raising the slide stop to the upwards position, where it can be caught in the notch in the slide. With the slide locked to the rear and either no mag or a loaded mag inserted, if the slide is pulled rearward, the slide stop, which is under spring tension, will slip from the slide's notch and be pulled down by the slide stop spring. In the case of pistols that use geometry to actuate the slide stop, the slanted surfaces of the slide stop and the cutout in the slide force the slide stop into a downwards position when the slide is pulled rearward. So now, knowing this contextual knowledge about semi-automatic pistols, we know that the slide will only be released by pushing down on the slide stop or pulling rearwards on the slide. Let's demonstrate and attempt to illustrate why the slide stop can be released automatically. With the slide locked to the rear and no magazine inserted, there is nothing to push the slide stop into the upwards position. This is similar to when a loaded magazine is inserted. Now, if we drop the pistol on its grip, the slide will release, and this happens very reliably. The reason for this is inertia. Inertia is the tendency for objects at rest or in motion to continue to be at rest or in motion unless acted upon by an external force. When dropped on its grip, the frame is the first thing to stop moving. However, the moving parts, the slide and the slide stop itself, are still in motion. The slide moves rearward ever so slightly, enough to release tension on the slide stop, and the slide stop itself is moving in a downwards direction. The same thing happens as we move the pistol and magazine towards each other during a reload. The reason so many modern pistols share this automatic slide release phenomena is because most pistols are derived from a few early designs that were so successful, practical, and robust that they are still in use today in modern handgun design. There are some grip shapes on some pistols that make auto-releasing of the slide a little less likely. It would be remiss of me if I didn't mention the M&P 2.0 by Smith & Wesson, which came out in 2017. In the 2.0 line, extraneous mechanism has been added to the slide stop. It can be seen here. Now, this mechanism makes it less likely for the slide to automatically drop when inserting the fully loaded magazine. However, it's not impossible, as shown here with this well-worn M&P 2.0. So this extra mechanism actually acts as a detent. This detent locks the slide stop either in the upwards or the downwards position. The slanted surface of the slide stop and the cutout in the slide are what lower the slide stop. This mechanism is actually very similar to how a 1911 or 2011 slide stop works. The way the slide stop on a 1911-2011 works is there's a spring-loaded detent and a divot in the side of the slide stop here. What gunsmiths will often do is deepen that divot in order to get a similar mechanism to the Smith & Wesson M&P we just saw. So if you listen here, you can hear the clicking of that detent into that deepened divot. What they do this for in sporting is to make it so it's harder to knock the slide stop up on accident, and also as a side effect, it stops auto slide forwarding, but it won't stop it completely. So this has been my discussion on slide auto forward, slide auto release. I hope this helps.